Hello everybody. Today I'd like to explore this part of Saipan's forgotten history based on this picture right here. This picture is from Naftan Peninsula, I would guess late 1944, maybe early 1945. Many thanks to my Flickr contact Michael for sending me this. I have explored Naftan Peninsula in great detail, but having a picture to see what was there makes it so much easier to find things and figure out what things were. Now today I would like to explore this area. This is at the point, Naftan Point. I would like to find these 4 gun bunkers. This is an American artillery unit. I know there's some rubble there from Japanese artillery, but there's 4 gun bunkers here. 3 of them have the gun in place already, the one on the left not yet. I would also like to check out these tents. There's 4 sets of 3 tents. This is a very large tent, so probably 1 squad in each tent, 1 platoon in each group of 3. So this would comprise of a company, artillery company. Also, what's of great interest to me is this observation point right here. This is completely surrounded by cliffs, well over 100 feet, maybe 200 feet high. Looking closer at this picture, I can see that it was rocks and cement. Inside that little observation post, I can see a bench even. I'm not sure how much of that survives today, or how much of any of this survives today, and that's what I'd like to find out. Also of interest in this picture is this little cave right here. This is my last video called Saipan's Hidden Grotto. I'm anxious to get started, so let's go. It's easy to see how these things can be lost to history. Right now we're in the middle of a large gun bunker. You see it? Okay, this was the 4th gun bunker, American gun bunker at Naftan. The rock wall was protecting this gun. Wow, it was large. Looks like 60 feet in diameter. There's 4 of these right here. And over on this side of this last one should be a little road going off to that observation post. It looks very interesting on that aerial photograph I have. There's something over here. Something down there as well. I see a cement slab right there. That would have been the roof. Now this one was blown up, so this one right here had to have been Japanese. But that one right there, I'm sure was American. Another bunker inside here. Another one back there. One right there. But I want to get out to the observation post. Should be this way. Here's another bunker. That looks like it from the picture. Right down there. Again, this used to be a road. Right over there is the island of Tinian. The big flat part right here was Northfield, the busiest airport in the world in World War II. The Enola Gay and boxcar took off from there. But according to the picture, there should be an observation post here. Well over 100-foot drop. That's Obi-John Beach over there. This spot here is as far south as you can get. We made it right down to this point right here. These are those gun bunkers. Walk through this one, this one, this one. Right here is a Japanese anti-aircraft. Right there is a great big Japanese fixed cannon. Another American gun bunker right here. This picture shows that the guns are still in place. They're not there anymore. The bunkers are still there. This picture here is 1946. This was Google Earth today. It's all jungle through here now. You can still make out the rings from these gun bunkers. Takes over an hour to get here. Can't go any further this way. This is at least a 100-200 foot cliff right here. Nice cave underneath at the water level. I've never seen this before. These are everywhere in Naftan. 500-pound bomb. This one was exploded already. Trying to hit the Japanese defense on Naftan Point. There's a foundation. Wow. Hard to believe an entire battalion lived here. This flat area would have been huts, tents, military tent city. This is where we are right now on this picture. There are 3 very large huts, probably big enough for a platoon in each. Just came out of this gun bunker from the point. Point is out here. I'm going to start heading over, see if I locate these as well as this one right here. It's kind of disappointing how there's almost no evidence left. Without the picture, we would have no idea what was here. But because of this picture, I wanted to come and document what survives. Unfortunately, there's not much surviving. This was Japanese, one of the Japanese cannons. You can see this whole thing blew up. Everything inside there, all the ammunition blew up, blew the pieces off the sides. The cannon they had here, not much survives of it.
believe the cannon on this spot was completely blown up, Japanese. But here's a Japanese anti-aircraft bunker. Very small compared to the Americans. This one's only about 10, maybe 15 feet in diameter, where the American bunkers were 60 feet. This is another of the Japanese guns. It was hit, blew the roof off. Used to have a roof on here. Alright, one of the American gun bunkers that we were at is right over there. Two more over there from the 73rd WG, and one more right there. This is something new, hasn't been here long. I guess a Japanese tourist found this spot, brought this. Memory of the fallen Japanese soldiers here. That's the Japanese cannon right up there. And this is the fourth American gun bunker. That Japanese cannon is right there. We're now at this bunker. It's interesting how the Americans just built their own military installation right around all the rubble from the Japanese installations. These four guns right here were protecting the air bases in Saipan and Tinian. Right up this way was Isley Field. Right down this way is Northfield. So this is right in the middle of Isley Field and Northfield. It was really overkill on the American part. This was not necessary in 1945. After the Marianas turkey shoot, the Japanese really didn't have much of an air force left. So these American guns probably never fired a shot. Same thing with those Japanese cannons up there. I really doubt if they fired a shot. Their main problem with the Japanese cannons, they're all fixed, pointing out to the ocean, expecting the battle to come from the ocean, but it didn't. It came from the other direction. So these guns, the Japanese guns, were not able to turn around and fire the other direction. That was one of their three main problems during the battle, the Japanese problems. You can see with the American gun bunkers here, it's a circle. They can spin that gun around in any direction. So the Japanese gun up there, although it was destroyed by the Americans, it probably never fired a shot. And again, I would assume that these American guns did not fire a shot either. It was well into the war. It was on the final leg of the war, where the war was taken to Japan rather than here. comes an aircraft. From these gun bunkers I could see how easy it would be to take out any aircraft flying anywhere around here. Right here, right up there, would be 3 more very large tents, military tents. Put a platoon in each one of those, so a company of men over there. On the other side I could see these 3 very large tents. They would have been right over there. I can imagine this is probably holding down one of the corners of the tents. Those 3 large tents would be right here. There's lots of shrapnel here from the bombs of the battle. Before the Americans were here, they bombed this whole place to smithereens. There's bombs everywhere here. The duds. Right here. Here's another corner. A corner post holding down one of those big tents. Let's see what else we can find. And there's another one. This used to be a road right here, going up that way. Hasn't been a road for the past 67 years though. I think I know what that is. Probably a very quickly made grave for a Japanese soldier that was defending this. The bullet holes on the rocks are all coming from that direction, not from the ocean side. Some of these bullet holes, though, I think are more recent. This right here is another, this one I would say Japanese anti-aircraft bunker. Again, you can see how small it was. It's only about 15 feet in diameter. I can see another one right there. Right down there you can see a 500-pound bomb. A 500-pounder. It was a partial dud. You can see a lot of the powder is still in there. Most of the shell is still intact. I heard a stat about that. 10% of the weapons armament back then, ordnance, were duds, 10% duds. Which makes it really surprising. Sometimes I find like 3, 4, 5 of these 500-pounders within a 10-foot radius. 5 of these means they must have dropped 50 on this spot right here. Trying to hit those anti-aircraft guns. And I'm sure they did. Here's another one right here. This one was not a dud. This is what it's supposed to do. Break into a million pieces of shrapnel. Destroys everything. This one looks like another Japanese anti-aircraft gun. Evidence of a direct hit. Nothing left. Currently in search of my map. I set it down somewhere and can't find it. Wow. Here comes the storm. You can see the line in the ocean. We got caught in the rain, but we're taking shelter in an old Japanese bomb storage pit.